What is happening, game roomies? Hope y'all are doing well today. This is going up a little bit later than I initially planned on posting it, but if you're crazy enough to go to PAX on a Thursday, you're crazy enough to pack the day before, so let's get right to it. The title of this video is What to Put in Your PAX Pack. Now, PAX Pack is an incredibly innovative and intuitive word that I created by putting together the word PAX with the word backpack. So that's essentially the gist of it. You basically just want to pack some things in here that you would want to carry around for the duration of your time at an event like Penny Arcade Expo, Comic-Con, or things like that. Of course, because PAX is the event that I attend regularly, this is going to be particularly catered toward that. So I'm just going to jump right into the list, give you a brief explanation of everything that you want to keep on you, and some advice for making sure that you're as comfortable as can be while treading those con floors. First things first, and this one is not a particularly well-known secret. What I've got here is one bottle of water. Now, I realize that at times this seems like something that is oversaturated, people telling you, stay hydrated, but that room gets really hot. There are a lot of people in there. You want to make sure that you're as comfortable as you can possibly be, and staying hydrated is definitely a key part of that. You're going to be walking around, you'll probably be doing a lot of talking. Because of how loud it gets in that room, you often end up having to talk louder, which puts a lot of strain on your voice, on your throat. You want to make sure to keep hydrated. If you're going to be in people's faces and things like that, the last thing you want to be doing is struggling to speak because of how thirsty you are. Which brings me to my next point. A pack of gum. It doesn't necessarily have to be Eclipse. This is the type of gum that I keep in my car personally, but the reason you want to have gum on you should be pretty obvious. It's kind of like I said, if you're going to be talking to people and you're going to be in people's faces all day, you want to make sure that you're not offending anybody. Make sure your breath is fresh and that you are able to chat people up in a way that is most efficient and most in line with your particular goals. I'm actually going a little bit out of the order of the list here, but kind of on that same subject. Business cards are essential when you're meeting people at PAX, and I'll tell you why. I realize that not everybody who attends events like these is looking to necessarily have some sort of career outcome from it. But even just from the standpoint of meeting people and making friends, things like that, having all of your information compiled in something this easy, you look at this once, you get everything you need to know to contact me, to follow me on social media, everything like that. It's a little bit hard when you're in that environment. It can be kind of fast-paced. Getting contact information and exchanging it in a meaningful way is very difficult. Of course, as I mentioned about that, kind of saturation and how large an audience for an event like PAX could be, people are going to be collecting a lot of business cards. So you want to make sure that the design on yours, is going to be something that allows you to stand out. For those of you who follow the site and everything, I've got the logo here that I put at the end of each video. All of that information, it's pretty easy to notice, pretty easy to spot, and I ordered them in bulk. So if I meet someone and I want them to have my contact information easily, I can just pass them that business card. They know how to get a hold of me. And I know a lot of people think, people just tell me to have business cards. I can tell you that from even last year's PAX, just passing my business card out to people, I have received outreach and have gotten paid work from that. So it's definitely something worth paying very close attention to. But networking aside, business aside, back to the fun stuff. Bought a bunch of these portable batteries. Now, there are a couple of reasons why I keep these on me. And those couple of reasons are, number one, my phone, because I don't know about you guys, but I in particular, I don't live far enough away from Boston to justify staying in a hotel, but I do live far enough away where my commute can be kind of substantial. So you want to make sure that you're able to charge your phone. If you've got people who are concerned about you, you want to make sure you can keep people posted as you're getting in, things like that. But even just like ease of access, if something ever goes down, like I'm planning on taking the bus to and from, and if I'm ever unable to get home or what have you, it's important to be able to contact people. You can't always count on somebody there to do it for you. And that's the important, serious reason. Now, the equally or more important reason, I would say, is this bad boy right here. Now, doesn't necessarily have to be a Switch. It can be a DS, it could be a Vita, it probably won't be a Vita. Basically, what you're going to do with these are, you're going to allow that commute to pass by, because that takes time. That can be kind of stressful. And, Boston is a high traffic area. You got a lot of people coming in on business conferences and everything else, and if you don't want to have to listen to other people talking, I mean, I remember I was surrounded by this group of people, and they were just being super loud and obnoxious on the bus. I just popped some headphones on, I started playing with my Switch, and then that time flew right by. Also, at events, at PAX, you know, there you'll be able to find people. I mean, I know if any of you see me and would like to play some Smash Bros, I'm always game, you know? So there are a lot of people like that. There are a lot of spaces to be able to play games and enjoy your time. So you want to be able to have those good battery reserves also. In addition to that, I also bought a new cord, specifically for my chargers for both my phone and for my Nintendo Switch. And that's not necessarily something that I'm requiring of you, but if yours looks like this, you know, there comes a point where you gotta let go, and I've accepted that. In addition to that, headphones are key. Now, I realize that a lot of people feel like wearing overhead headphones when you're in public can be kind of an annoying, obnoxious thing to do, and for the most part, I am in agreement with that. However, I do think that this is an exception and not the rule. You want to have some good audio quality, you know, every so often, like for me personally, the bus ride back, that's usually, that's the tough one. You know, you've had a full day, you're on your feet, you're running back and forth to panels, you're catching up with friends, you're meeting people, a lot of people aren't making big career plays, a lot of people are just enjoying games. Some of you might be playing in a tournament or things like that. It's stressful, you know? You want to unwind at the end of that day, you want to play some good music, relax, calm down, take it easy, you know? That's the entire vibe, in my opinion. Now, what you might notice about this list is that it is particularly light, and my reasoning behind that is because comfort at PAX or any convention is essential. And if you're carrying a big old backpack full of luggage everywhere you go for the entirety of that day, which sometimes can span from 8 to 12 to 14, 16 hours, that's gonna wear on you, okay? So you want to keep it light. Now, keeping with that, these bad boys right here are lifesavers. These guys are memory foam. They line your shoes, and they make walking way better. I don't know about you guys, but in the case of my commute, I'm actually going to be taking the bus into South Station, which means I'm still going to be about a mile off of the convention center before I even get there. Now, my frame of thinking with that is that why am I going to walk a mile distance, you know, without making sure that I'm as comfortable as I could possibly be? Now, with that said, these guys do wear and tear over the course of, you know, a couple of days of hard work with them. So, you know, make sure you're cleaning everything properly, because the last thing you want to encounter is an issue with smells. Now, here's one that's a little bit controversial. I highly recommend putting every single one of your PAX badges for all of the days that you're going, putting them in your backpack, and keeping them with you every day. You know, I know a lot of people feel like that might be a little bit much, a little bit extra, but here's my two cents on that. So, they used to have the weekend passes, right? That's one pass, you wear it around your neck each day, you're good to go. I have seen people in my time there, you know, forget to bring a pass or bring a pass for the wrong day, and it's like, why even bother to put yourself in that situation? You know for a fact that you've packed this backpack specifically for this event, right? Why wouldn't you just keep everything that you know you're going to need over the course of the next several days in that bag? It's not like the badges are taking up a whole lot of real estate, so ultimately, you know, they are still light, they don't necessarily weigh you down any. I would highly recommend that as something that you keep at the forefront here. The worst thing in the world would be to pack all of these things that I have brilliantly explained to you and then not be able to get through the door because you left your badge at home. That would really suck. Alright everybody, well, that's pretty much everything that I have in way of suggestions. Another reason that I would say to keep the bag open is because there are a lot of really awesome merch booths all over the show floor. So I would definitely recommend, if you get the chance, you know, go curate some merchandise, have a good time, and then have some space to put things to bring home for friends, family, or just for yourself. All of that is absolutely okay. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I'm actually going to be at PAX East all 4 days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So if you see me, feel free to come up, say hello. I'm happy to talk to anyone. In addition to that, I will be there representing both myself, the RenGen marketing team that I assist with the indie game movement podcast for, as well as Featherfellow Games, a new independent game studio that I'll be working with. You'll see me there wearing some of the merch and handing out business cards and things like that. We actually have a new project that we're going to be announcing hopefully over the course of the next week or so. So please, I look forward to seeing anyone. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that this helps make your time at PAX or wherever you may travel just a little bit easier. But thank you so much for watching, and come back soon for more from the Game Room.